Hi, everybody. This is Mike Balzano, publisher of R&R, Restoration and Remediation. And joining me today on a very special episode of Ask the Expert is someone that you should all know by now. He is a business owner. He's a show owner. He's maybe a showman, as far as I know. And we're happy to have him. Please welcome from the experience, Mr. Larry Cooper.
Hey, Michael. Hello, everybody. It's great to be with you today, man.
Well, tell me, Larry, you were on last April with Valerie. You were on with Ted a few months ago, and you're back again. Has anything changed in your life recently?
Yeah, there's been a few changes going on. I saw some announcements that you guys sent out, and I was like, wow, that really is serious stuff. Well, we've been doing a lot of shows for a lot of years and a lot of education programs, and we just finished our 43rd show. And we've been approached by a lot of organizations asking if we were interested in selling our show and staying involved. And we really had no interest in selling. We never listed the business for sale. And then BNP came along and Michael Balzano and his team. And we were like, holy cows, what an opportunity this is for the experience and for BNP Media to partner up and have this huge opportunity to just excel our show with a media broadcasting capability and just the knowledge of another great family business that we get to work with. So we've been a family business ever since we started, and we're very excited to now be part of BNP Media.
Well, we're so excited to be a part of the experience and being partners with you. I was very proud to tell you that when we put the press release out, I wrote my own quote. I should be that proud of that, but we could write quotes. But I meant what I said. I think this is great for R&R. It's great for the experience. And it's great for the industry. And I can't wait to be mentored by a legend like you. And I wasn't just saying that to be nice to you. I've been in media since the mid '90s. I'm not a young guy, but I'm new. But I've only been in this industry for about a year. So having someone with your breadth of knowledge to help with R&R side, can only do wonders for me. I can't wait to get started, and we already have, frankly.
Absolutely, and R&R is a great publication, and there's a few others in the industry that do great work, and hopefully we can continue to collaborate with them as well. But it's really an opportunity to think about what happens at our shows as we're introducing new equipment, new techniques, new operation ideas, and take those ideas and really delve into them in R&R magazine in the future. But also, let's look at some case studies. What's happening out in the field. We try to simulate those at our show at the house. We flood this house and we do all these crazy things there, and it's amazing to have an opportunity to teach hands-on like that. But what about real case studies out in the field and all of us learning together about how to do best practice, whatever that is in the industry?
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was going to talk about this later on, but we have decided that you and I have decided that maybe, speaking of case studies, it's time to bring your group and my group together to start with a podcast, a video podcast, very much like what we're doing right now. And we're going to call it Before and After. And we know so many people in the restoration and cleaning industries that would make up this great whole industry that we're working in. I'm sure there's plenty of opportunities for them to tell their stories on a case study basis. We took over, there was a fire, we went in there and this is what we did, et cetera, et cetera. I'll delve on this a little more later on, but if you have a case study and you have something you'd like to share with us on Before and After with Larry and myself, send it to me. Send it to my email address. We'll send all that out later, and we'll get the ball rolling on that. I'm excited about that. But since you brought that up, I wanted to just stick that in there, Larry. Go ahead.
Well, and you brought up cleaning, and I think it's so critical that we spend time talking about that during this broadcast. So let's do that as we get to that point. Let's not forget that important aspect.
Well, absolutely. It's I think that R&R, it's no secret that in the past we've really focused on restoration, and with us being tied in with the experience now, it's essential that we have more of a wider net, for a better word, and we want to add to that too, definitely to our coverage. When I came back from the experience in Las Vegas, we already started working on adding many more people to our cleaning audience. And you've already begun to see much more cleaning articles coming from R&R. And that's just going to be something we're going to be doing. and we look forward to it. And it's just adds up another reason why I'm so excited to be working with you and your
Yeah.
background.
People ask us all the time, who are your attendees? And I'm like, what do you mean? Are they cleaners? Are they restorers and remediators? What are they? And I have a simple response, which is 70% of our attendees are cleaners, and 70% of our attendees are restoration and remediation contractors. There's such a crossover. So my background was I started in cleaning, carpet cleaning, and I accidentally got into water damage restoration. I'm on a job and a pipe breaks and it's flooding everything. They get it turned off. And they said, "Can you extract the water?" Well, heck yes. Then they said, "Now what do you do?" And I'm like, "I don't have a clue."
Yeah.
And back then, back in the 70s, there was nothing in writing. There was no educational programs until Lloyd Weaver and Dryes came along. There really was nothing out there. And so we were learning and developing this science of the industry, and hence came along the S500. So then we also created the S100, talking about all the cleaning methods. And those are the kind of things we should continue to talk about and do the best job we can. So as an industry, we're excelling for consumers that are hiring us.
That's well put, and I couldn't agree more. I think that with on R&R side, we were always looking for contributed editorial as well, for our website, our newsletters, and all the ways we get content out. Talking to you, cleaning experts. Please, we're going to be reaching out to you, but don't wait for us. We have a nice audience, and we'd like you to get your message out through us as soon as you can. Larry, we were talking last week. The announcement was made, what, 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And we were talking, maybe we should do a podcast or some kind of video, which is leading to this. You know what? Maybe we should. We're each getting bombarded with so many questions, and happy to get them because there's an interest. And maybe we should just answer some of these questions.
Absolutely.
We seem to be getting right off the bat. I mean, what I'm getting all the time is you. What is Larry going to be involved? Is the Cooper family going to be involved? He's sticking with us?
Yeah, so we are really excited to be part of the experience going forward. And I'm going to continue to work on all the programming and making sure that our hands-on live demonstrations are not only meeting your expectations, but exceeding them, because we have great opportunities to teach that way. And so I've already started on the program for Fort Lauderdale, and then in a couple of months, I'll start working on the Experience Las Vegas program, which was the greatest program I think we ever had. And it exceeded my expectations with attendance and the way things really worked together and gelled. And that new venue we're in was just absolutely great. And then Jennifer Wilkinson will still be involved in selling booth spaces and sponsorships and have a handle on, all of our clients, working with our clients. She says they're all her friends, and I believe that because she knows everyone. And so it's going to be exciting to have her involved. And then Jillian Olson will be involved in the operations side, helping us through the front end as everybody got to know her the last couple of years up front. And so the three of us will be actively involved in the experience events going forward. And, our next event is in May 8th through 10th. It's in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We can't wait to be there. People have been screaming to me about going back to the beach. Well, here we go, guys. Come on down. It's going to be fantastic. And then we'll be back in Las Vegas, September 6th through 8th. And we'll be back at the Caesars Forum Conference Center. And we're expanding our room block out of Harrah's also. So if you want to stay at Caesars across the street, you can do that as well. So Harrah's and Caesars will be both part of our home base.
I really enjoyed. I love how close we were to the show hall,
Yeah.
and the sessions. Just it was all interior walking, and that's the case a lot of times in Las Vegas. But I thought that worked out pretty well, being the first time out too in Las
Well, what I
Vegas.
really liked about Harrah's was its location on the Strip and all of those restaurants and nightclubs. We went to the Ice Bar. That was like the craziest thing I think I've ever done. It's 20 degrees in there. I live in Colorado. Who the heck wants to go get cold, right? but we took all these guests with us, and we're all wearing parkas or fur coats, and we're freezing. And then they hand us a glass with a drink that's solid ice,
Right.
the glass itself, and you're wearing a glove, and then it starts melting in your hand, and you're freezing cold. And I'm like, it was an absolute blast. We really had a good time there.
Yeah, I saw the pictures. Someone tells me you guys can have fun wherever you go, though. But I saw the pictures from that. That seemed like a great time. And Las Vegas is a place where if you're not having fun, you gotta look in
It
the mirror.
really is. And, that's what our show is known for, is having fun. We do some hardcore education. We do a lot of hands-on, but it's all about, how do we network? How do we get to know each other as an industry? How do we work together? And let's have fun while we're doing it.
A couple of questions I've been receiving personally. One was, well, has R&R ever really held an event before? And what's going to change? And there's a lot of people thinking about that. And the answer is no, R&R never has. But the good news is BNP Media is who bought the event. And BNP Media has as you're learning, Larry, has a huge events wing of its division. It's about half our company is BNP events. They put up to 70 in-person events a year. So there's a whole team there right now that you've met many of them already. They're ready to just take over, and not take over, but more take charge really, and help move this on. We won't miss this.
I've been quite amazed at the knowledge level of your team, and so many people specializing. I was doing 30 jobs, and now they want me to do 2 or 3, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm capable of that, but I'm trying hard.
Yeah.
But it's been fascinating. BNP doing 40 other events around the country, and having so many media outlets and capability with video. It's very exciting to be a part of that, and also have an opportunity to bring that knowledge and experience to the experience shows. So we're looking for great things.
I was asked by people as the process was going on, I was asked what I thought. And I said, and I've told you this before, not to make you blush, but Larry's kind of like the Pope of this event. He walks around and people love him. And it's we can't come in and
where's my hat?
we can't do the big bad media company that changes everything, because people really enjoy this show. There's some things we could bring to help. And I was from talking to Jennifer and Jillian and yourself. I mean, we could, like you just pointed out, we could maybe take some of the load off to make this easier for you to use your expertise. And we're excited to get going. This is going to be great. When will the registration open for Fort Lauderdale?
Fort Lauderdale will open around January 1st. That's pretty typical. Now, we have also already opened booth sales. Mm-hmm. So we've offered it to all of our past sponsors, and now it's open to every company to come join in. So we've sold about 20% of the floor plan already. Mm-hmm. And I expect that it's adding, 3 or 4 a day right now. And so that'll continue through. Now, the one thing about our floor plan in Fort Lauderdale is it's much larger than other floor plans we've had. So it's getting closer to the size of Las Vegas. There'll be a lot of vendors there. There'll be a lot of attendees there just because of the location and being right there on the water with all the yachts. Just amazing location. You can take water taxis or walk over to the beach or whatever you want to do, but hundreds of restaurants and nightclubs right there. And of course, South Beach, Miami is a short drive away. And so it's a great place to hold an event. We've been wanting to have this on our wish list for a long time, and COVID allowed us to do it. So we're very thrilled to be there.
Well, very much like the Caesars in Las Vegas, not that many events. Aren't you going to be one of the first events back at Fort Lauderdale?
Fort Lauderdale, yes, we are, absolutely. And it's great that they're back open. They went through a major remodel, knocked down a lot of their structure, rebuilt. They're still rebuilding. They're adding a new Omni hotel that's not going to be open in time. And nonetheless, we're staying at the Hilton. Mm-hmm. Right across the street. It's a beautiful property right on the water, great swimming pools, great place for receptions. So we'll be doing receptions there. And we're really excited to see everybody again, obviously. And this is an awesome location. You don't want to miss this opportunity to be back on the beach.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. We did a site visit a few weeks ago, and it looked wonderful. Just a great way to continue on the tradition. Um, anything else you want to tell the people, Larry?
Well, I think the most important thing I want to tell you is that when we sold the experience, excuse me, it was a tough decision for us, but we wanted the experience to continue to grow. And we wanted the experience to be able to have enough power behind it. So you'll have enough confidence to know we're going to be in existence for a long time. And the experience has really added, I think, to the industry, changed the industry, expanded the industry. And, you know, Michael, I get phone calls every week from people that have come to our shows in years past and said, because of my experience, the time they spent with us, my company soared because I learned the basic skills, not just to run my company and market, but how to excel on location, doing our work, and then having the resources and tools, be able to call someone if I need help.
Yeah.
Man, you can network and meet hundreds of outstanding experts in our industry at our show. So we hope you'll continue to come support us. You got to come meet Michael and his whole team. And Andrea will be there, who is going to be our new show manager.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're very, very excited to be a part of BNP Media. And we can't wait to see all of you very soon. It's just a couple of months down the road.
I want to apologize to the audience a little bit. And we talked about this before we hit record, because as you can tell by how you spell my last name, I use my hands like I'm not real quiet. But because this was all going on, I was asked to be kind of a gag order, which is real hard for me. So I know Larry has said he's talked to people. Have you met Mike Balzano? He goes, no, I don't know him. And they wouldn't have, because I couldn't. But now it's the handcuffs are off, and I can't wait to meet everybody and really continue on this great legacy with Larry and the experience. And I want to get started. Reach out to us. We'll reach out to you. Let's get some good content in R&R, and let's continue on with the experience. Larry, I can't wait to for the first event in May and many after that. And I want to personally thank you for helping me out already and for taking the time to do this today. Thanks, Larry.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody. It's great to be back. And we can't wait to see you all in Fort Lauderdale and then Las Vegas. Engage. Come on, get your booths, get ready to register in January, and we'll see you down the road here.
This has been Ask the Expert with Larry Cooper. I'm Mike Balzano, the publisher of R&R, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.